Imagine this: every 36 seconds somewhere in the world, a man's veins are silently screaming for help, plaque building up, blood flow slowing to a trickle, and confidence slipping away. You might think clogged arteries are just a heart problem, something you worry about when you hit 60 or 70. But what if I told you that poor circulation starts much earlier, and that it can rob you of energy, strength, and yes, that life-changing feeling down there? Here's the shocking truth: by the time most guys notice anything's wrong, their vessels have already lost up to 50% of their flexibility. And conventional advice, eat more salad, go for a jog, barely scratches the surface of fixing the real issue. In fact, most of us never learn the little-known secret that can open those vessels wide in just half a minute. What I'm about to share will change everything you thought you knew about blood flow. No fancy machines, no hour-long workouts. Just a simple science-backed move you can do anywhere, even in your living room or at your desk. In just 30 seconds, you'll kickstart a surge of circulation that your body will thank you for, and you might finally feel that powerful pulsing sensation you've been missing. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through exactly how this technique works, why it outperforms every trend and gadget on the market, and how you can master it today. So if you're ready to reclaim energy, vitality, and that unmistakable rush of feeling alive, stick with me, because what comes next could transform your health and your confidence forever. Personal story: meet John. He's a 52-year-old sales manager who's always been active: weekend hikes, pickup basketball, you name it. But over the past year, something changed. He started feeling sluggish by midday, his morning workout motivation vanished, and worst of all, he couldn't ignore that dull, numbing sensation when things needed to stand up to attention. At first, John brushed it off. Must be stress, he thought. He doubled down on salads and cardio, tried every supplement under the sun, and even invested in a fancy massage gun. Yet nothing brought back that strong, confidence-boosting rush he remembered from his 30s. One night after another, restless sleep and a disappointing morning, he hit his breaking point. He stood in front of the bathroom mirror and admitted to himself, "This isn't just aging. This is my body begging for help." John's story isn't unique. Too many men suffer in silence, avoiding conversations with partners or doctors because they assume it's just part of getting older. Underneath the embarrassment and frustration lies a deeper truth. Clogged vessels aren't only stealing your athletic edge and bedroom confidence, they're a red flag for your overall health. Think about it: if blood can't rush through your veins on demand, how is it nourishing your muscles, your brain, or your heart? That subtle giving up sensation is a warning sign that shows up first in the areas we notice most: our energy, our stamina, our intimate moments. John finally found his solution when he discovered a simple 30-second routine that bypasses the usual eat better, move more advice and directly targets the root issue: vessel flexibility. Within days, he noticed warmer feet, stronger pumps during his workouts, and most importantly, that familiar feeling down there started to return. Over the next sections, you'll learn exactly what John did, why it works where everything else failed, and how you can apply it immediately. But first, let's dive into the science behind clogged veins and why everyday fixes aren't enough. I'm Dr. Henry Carter, and I've spent over 3 decades studying the vascular system and men's health. From clinical trials to private consultations, I've helped thousands of men restore circulation and reclaim their confidence, sometimes in as little as a single session. You've likely seen me featured in health journals and conferences, sharing breakthrough research on how targeted movements and dietary strategies can rapidly improve blood flow. My approach isn't based on trends or expensive gadgets. It's rooted in peer-reviewed science and real-world success stories. In the next few minutes, I'll distill everything I've learned into one simple 30-second technique that you can start using today, no doctor's visit required. If you've struggled with fatigue, poor workout recovery, or that embarrassing loss of sensation where it matters most, you're in the right place. Let's get started. What's really clogging your veins? Here's what most people don't realize. Your veins aren't just passive tubes carrying blood back to the heart. They're dynamic living vessels that expand and contract to meet your body's demands. When they're healthy, they open wide like turnpikes on a holiday weekend, allowing a flood of oxygen-rich blood to fuel your muscles, organs, and yes, your most intimate moments. But over time, our modern lifestyles bombard these vessels with damage. Processed foods loaded with trans fats, chronic stress that spikes cortisol, even hours spent hunched over devices, all contribute to tiny micro tears in the vessel walls. The body rushes to patch these tears with plaque, a sticky mix of cholesterol, calcium, and cellular debris. That plaque isn't just a heart issue, it builds up everywhere, including the network of vessels that serve your pelvic region. As plaque spreads, your veins lose their natural elasticity. Instead of smooth, flexible tubes, they become rigid pipes that blood struggles to navigate. Imagine trying to pour water through a garden hose that's been stepped on and kinked in several places. That's what your circulation feels like when vessel flexibility drops by even 20%. Simple activities like climbing stairs or enjoying intimate moments suddenly feel like running a marathon uphill. Here's why standard advice falls short. Telling someone to eat more greens or exercise daily addresses symptoms, not the root cause. Those habits help over the long term, but they don't directly restore the natural stretch response of your vein walls. What you need is a targeted stimulus, a controlled pressure change that signals your vessels to shed plaque and regain flexibility. That's exactly what the 30-second technique does. By creating a precise, short-lived spike in blood flow and pressure, you trigger a cascade of cellular repair mechanisms. Endothelial cells lining your vessels begin to release compounds that break down plaque and rebuild the vessel wall from the inside out. Later, we'll walk through every detail of that movement. But first, understand this poor circulation isn't inevitable. It's the consequence of ignored damage, and more importantly, it's completely reversible when you apply the right stimulus. So if you've been blaming age or genetics for fatigue or diminished performance, know this: your veins are still capable of remarkable resilience. It's time to flip the switch on your body's natural repair processes, and you can start in just half a minute. 30-second technique. Overview. You're about to learn a move so simple it almost seems too good to be true, and yet in just 30 seconds it sets the stage for dramatic improvements in blood flow and vessel health. There's no equipment, no weights, and no special gear, required just your own body in a clear half minute. Here's the gist: you'll position yourself to create a gentle but powerful change in pressure within your abdominal and pelvic region. That shift signals your endothelial cells to ramp up nitric oxide production, the master molecule that tells your veins to relax, expand, and flush out plaque. Within that same 30-second window, you initiate the cellular repair cascade that restores vessel flexibility. Later, we'll break down every detail: how to stand, where to focus your breath, and exactly when to transition in and out of the move. But right now, know this: 30 seconds of focus on this single movement can trigger the most critical repair process your body needs to reclaim energy, reduce fatigue, and reignite the rush you remember. Step-by-step demonstration. All right, let's dive into the core of this routine. I'll walk you through each movement so you can follow along seamlessly. Remember, it's about precise positioning, controlled breathing, and smooth transitions, no rushing. Start by standing with your feet hip-width apart. Keep your knees slightly soft, not locked, and make sure your weight is evenly distributed between both feet. Shoulders relaxed, chest open. Think of standing tall but not rigid like a tree, rooted firmly in the ground yet swaying gently in the breeze. Next, place your hands lightly on your lower abdomen, just above your pelvic bone. This touch point will help you feel the subtle pressure changes as we move. Take a full inhale through the nose, expanding your belly outward. Feel your hands rise slightly as your diaphragm drops. As you slowly exhale through pursed lips, begin to lean forward from the hips by about 15 degrees. Keep your spine long. Imagine a straight line from the back of your head to your tailbone. You should feel a gentle stretch along the back of your legs and a mild engagement in your core. Now here comes the critical phase. On your next inhale, press your hands gently against your lower abdomen, guiding a micro contract of your pelvic floor. You're not forcing anything, just a subtle lift, as if you're holding back the urge to yawn. Hold this gentle contraction and allow your belly to expand around it. With that contraction in place, transition smoothly into a short, sharp exhale. Imagine you're fogging up a window. As you exhale, lean forward an additional inch, pulling your navel toward your spine. Feel the pressure build in your lower core and pelvic region. This is the exact moment when blood surges against the walls of your veins, triggering that vital signal for nitric oxide release. Hold this position, pelvic lift forward hinge, in controlled breath for a full count of 5 seconds. Focus your mind on the sensation warmth spreading across your lower abdomen, a slight pulse where your hands rest. That pulsing is your circulation responding. After 5 seconds, release the pelvic lift first, then slowly straighten up to your starting position as you inhale. Let your arms fall naturally to your sides, shake out any tension, and take a moment to feel the aftermath, a gentle flush of warmth. That sequence belly inhale with pelvic lift forward, hinge with short exhale, 5-second hold release, and reset takes just 30 seconds from start to finish when you flow smoothly. You can repeat this 2 more times in a row for maximum effect, but even a single perfect execution sends the message to your vessels: revive and repair. That's all it takes to kickstart the repair cascade that clears out plaque and restores elasticity. In the next section, we'll explore the science behind why this precise pressure and breathing combo is more effective than any generic cardio or stretching routine you've tried before. But first, practice this movement now, feel it lock in your muscle memory so it becomes second nature. Why it works. The science of nitric oxide. To understand why this 30-second move outperforms hours of cardio or expensive gadgets, we need to talk about one molecule, nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as your body's own vasodilator, a natural signal that tells your blood vessels to relax, widen, and let blood flow freely. Here's the breakdown. When you create that targeted pressure and release in your lower abdomen, you're directly stimulating the endothelial cells that line your veins. Those cells respond by ramping up production of an enzyme called nitric oxide synthase, which in turn produces nitric oxide. Nitric oxide's effects are astonishing. It travels to the smooth muscle cells surrounding your vessel walls and tells them to loosen their grip. The result, your vessels expand sometimes up to 30% larger in diameter, instantly reducing resistance and allowing a surge of blood to rush through. But there's more. Nitric oxide also acts as a cleaning agent. It activates genetic pathways that help your body break down and remove microscopic plaque deposits. Over time, these pathways can actually reverse early-stage arterial buildup, restoring elasticity and preventing further clogging. Contrast that with standard advice. Jogging raises your heart rate, yes, but it doesn't create the precise pressure pulses in your pelvic vessels that specifically trigger nitric oxide release where you need it most. Similarly, dietary nitrates from beets or spinach can boost nitric oxide levels systemically, but they take time to digest and convert and often get used up elsewhere before reaching critical areas. This is why our focused 30-second technique is so powerful. You're delivering a direct mechanical and biochemical signal to the exact vessels that count. Within minutes, you'll notice a warm rush, increased sensitivity, and a genuine sense of rejuvenation. And with consistent practice, you're training your body to maintain higher baseline nitric oxide levels, supporting long-term vessel health, improved workout performance, and revitalized intimate function. So remember, it's not just about moving, it's about stimulating your body's natural chemistry to do what it's designed for. Next, we'll cover the top mistakes people make when performing this move and how to avoid them so you get the full benefit every time. Top 3 mistakes that sabotage results. Even the best technique can fall flat if you make these common mistakes. Avoiding them ensures you get the full circulation boost every time. Mistake number 1, rushing through the move. Too many men treat this like a sprint, lean forward, exhale, and snap back up as fast as possible. When you rush, you short-circuit the pressure buildup and rob your endothelial cells of the sustained stimulus they need to release nitric oxide. Instead, think of it as a slow-motion lift, controlled inhale, measured hinge, purposeful exhale, and a deliberate 5-second hold. Mistake number 2, poor posture and alignment. If your spine is rounded or your knees locked, you shift tension away from your pelvic vessels and into your lower back or quads. That misplaced strain not only reduces the pressure where it counts, it can lead to discomfort or even injury. Keep your chest open, hips hinged correctly, and knees soft. Visualize a straight line from the crown of your head to your tailbone to maintain perfect alignment. Mistake number 3, skipping the breath hold sequence. Some men treat the breathing cues as optional breathing normally throughout, but that final fog window exhale into the forward hinge is critical. That's what spikes abdominal pressure and engages the pelvic floor just enough to trigger the nitric oxide cascade. Skipping the exhale, or the 5-second hold, is like flipping the off switch on your body's repair signal. By focusing on slow, intentional movements, solid posture, and precise breathing, you'll avoid these pitfalls and ensure each 30-second session delivers its maximum vascular and sensory impact. Next, I'll share a bonus hack to enhance results even further, so stick with me. Bonus hack: morning routine. Integration. Here's a simple way to amplify your results without adding extra time to your day. Integrate this 30-second move into your morning ritual. Right after you brush your teeth before coffee, before checking your phone stand in front of the mirror, and flow through the routine once. Why mornings? Your body is primed for repair. First thing, cortisol levels are high enough to support energy, but tapering and your digestion is still settling after overnight fast. By performing the move now, you capture the morning blood pressure surge to maximize vessel stretching. Combine it with a glass of warm lemon water to further enhance nitric oxide pathways. The citric acid kickstarts digestion, while the mild alkalizing effect supports endothelial health. As you sip, maintain that fresh mindset. You're not just hydrating, you're activating a daily reset for your vascular system. If you have extra time, follow up with 2 more rounds of the 30-second technique. That 3-round stack creates a compounding effect, each set reinforcing the repair signal and training your vessels to respond more robustly over the course of the day. Over the next week, you'll notice small but meaningful changes. Your hands and feet feel warmer, your mood lifts, and when it's time for workouts or intimate moments, you'll experience a noticeable increase in sensitivity and endurance. Best of all, this bonus hack cements the habit. Morning routines stick because they become part of your identity when you see yourself as someone who prioritizes your health before anything else. Consistency follows naturally. Now that you've got your daily hack, let's talk about the foods that supercharge these effects so you can fuel your body from the inside out. Natural foods to supercharge effects. You already know diet matters, but let's focus on 4 powerhouse foods that synergize perfectly with your 30-second routine. These choices aren't about dieting. They're about providing the nutrients that support nitric oxide production and vessel repair. 1. Beetroot. Beets are rich in dietary nitrates, which convert to nitric oxide in your body. Studies show that just 250 milliliters of beet juice can boost plasma nitrate levels within 3 hours, improving blood flow and stamina. Add a small serving of cooked beets or a splash of beet juice to your morning glass of lemon water for a potent double hit. 2. Spinach. Dark leafy greens like spinach deliver both nitrates and flavonoids, antioxidants that protect your endothelial cells from oxidative stress. Try a handful of baby spinach in your smoothies or lightly sautéed alongside eggs. The combined nutrient profile supports both immediate vessel dilation and long-term cell health. 3. Pomegranate. Pomegranate seeds and juice pack polyphenols that enhance nitric oxide synthase activity. In one clinical trial, daily pomegranate extract increased endothelial function markers by over 20% in just 2 weeks. Sprinkle seeds over yogurt or blend a quarter cup of juice into your post-workout shake. 4. Nuts and seeds. Walnuts, chia flaxseed. Omega-3 fatty acids in walnuts and alpha-linolenic acid in chia and flaxseed reduce inflammation and maintain flexible vessels. A small handful of walnuts or a tablespoon of seeds in your oatmeal delivers these healthy fats along with fiber, keeping your heart and veins resilient. By choosing at least 2 of these foods each day, you create a nutritional foundation that complements the mechanical stimulus from your 30-second move. Your vessels will have the raw materials they need to rebuild stronger, more elastic walls, setting you up for sustained improvements in circulation and performance. Next, let's look at how you can supercharge these benefits even further with a targeted supplement, Nitric Boost, your secret weapon for circulation and vitality. When lifestyle and nutrition are optimized, a high-quality supplement can take you to the next level, especially on days when life gets hectic. That's where Nitric Boost comes in. Nitric Boost is formulated with clinically studied precursors like L-citrulline and beetroot extract, plus supportive compounds such as vitamin C and CoQ10 to amplify nitric oxide production and protect your vessels from oxidative damage. Unlike generic blood flow pills, every ingredient in Nitric Boost is dosed according to peer-reviewed research, ensuring you get effective levels without fillers or unnecessary additives. Take it once daily, ideally with your morning glass of lemon water, so the supplement's peak concentration aligns with your 30-second routine. Users report feeling a noticeable warmth and heightened sensitivity within 20-30 minutes, along with improved endurance during workouts and intimate encounters. Here's what sets Nitric Boost apart. Rapid absorption, micronized beetroot and pure L-citrulline powders ensure fast uptake so you experience benefits quickly. Synergistic antioxidants, vitamin C and CoQ10, protect nitric oxide molecules from breakdown, extending their vasodilating effects. 3-year transparent labeling. No proprietary blends. Every dose of active ingredients is clearly listed so you know exactly what you're getting. Consider Nitric Boost as the final piece of your circulation restoration puzzle. Combined with the 30-second move morning routine hack and nutrient-rich foods, it ensures your body has both the mechanical signal and the biochemical building blocks to clear plaque, rebuild your vessel walls, and maintain optimal nitric oxide levels. Over time, this triad of movement, diet, and targeted supplementation can help you reclaim energy, sharpen mental focus, and most importantly, rediscover that powerful confidence-boosting sensation down there. In the next section, we'll share real user testimonials and success stories so you can see the dramatic transformations others have experienced with this complete approach. Real user testimonials. Let's hear from real men who've experienced this transformation firsthand. After just 5 days of the 30-second move and Nitric Boost, I noticed my feet and hands stayed warm all day, like my circulation finally woke up, says Mark, age 58. But the real surprise was in the bedroom. I felt that deep fullness and firmness I hadn't felt in years. It was like my body remembered what it was supposed to do. Then there's Alex, 62, who struggled with fatigue so bad he couldn't finish a round of golf without feeling drained. I tried everything, walking supplements, diet changes, but nothing hit the spot. Within a week of adding this routine and Nitric Boost, I could play 18 holes and still have the energy to enjoy time with my partner. And let's just say I've never felt more confident in the bedroom. Even younger guys are seeing benefits. John, 45, a software engineer, shares, "Sitting at a desk all day left me with numbness and stiffness. I thought vascular issues were years away. Boy, was I wrong. One morning after I did the move and took Nitric Boost, I felt a rush of warmth that surprised me. It was subtle at first, but by day 3, I noticed my workouts felt easier and well. That morning, wood came back like clockwork." These stories aren't anomalies, they're examples of how targeting your body's natural nitric oxide pathways can restore vessel flexibility and circulation where it matters most. Warmth in your extremities, boosted workout recovery, and renewed sensitivity down there are all signs that your vessels are reclaiming their power. Remember, consistency is key. Those first few days may feel like small changes, but over weeks you build a new baseline for circulation and performance. Now let's tackle the questions you might have so you can navigate this journey with confidence. FAQs. You might be wondering, what if I have high blood pressure or other health conditions? Can I still do this move? The answer is yes, but with one caveat: always check with your physician before starting any new routine, especially if you're on medication or have cardiovascular concerns. FAQ number 1. What if I have high blood pressure? The 30-second technique is actually beneficial for blood pressure because nitric oxide helps relax vessels systemically. However, start slowly, perform one set, and monitor how you feel. If you notice dizziness or lightheadedness, pause and consult your doctor. FAQ number 2. Can women use this technique? Absolutely. While our focus here is on men's intimate circulation, the same vessel stretching and nitric oxide benefits apply to women, supporting pelvic health, menstrual comfort, and overall energy. FAQ number 3. Are there any side effects? Most users experience only positive effects, warmth in the extremities, and improved stamina. Rarely you may feel a mild head rush or transient lightheadedness if you hold your breath too long. To avoid this, follow the breathing cues precisely and never force the pelvic lift. FAQ number 4. How often should I do this? For optimal results, perform the 30-second move once daily, ideally in the morning, and optionally repeat up to 2 more times throughout the day during breaks. Consistency over 30 days is your best path to lasting vessel repair. FAQ number 5. What if I don't feel an immediate rush? Individual responses vary. If you don't notice warmth or sensitivity right away, double-check your form posture and breathing. Sometimes a small misalignment can dampen the pressure signal. Refine your technique and try again. Most men feel changes within 3 sessions. Now that we've addressed these common questions, let's recap the key steps so you can lock in this routine and start seeing results without missing a beat. All right, you've seen the science, the step-by-step demo, the bonus hacks and real success stories, and you know how to avoid the common mistakes. Now, before you put this into action, let's pull it all together so you can lock in each element without missing a beat. In the next section, I'll walk you through a concise review of every critical step so you know exactly what to do, when to do it, and why it matters. Let's make sure you have a clear roadmap for 30 days of optimized circulation and renewed confidence. Recap of key takeaways. Let's quickly review the essential steps so you can execute this routine flawlessly every time. 1. Stand tall, feet hip width apart, keep knees soft, spine long, and weight evenly distributed. 2. Hand placement and inhale. Place your hands lightly above the pelvic bone and take a full belly breath through the nose, feeling your diaphragm drop. 3. Forward hinge and pelvic lift. Exhale sharply through pursed lips as you hinge forward about 15 degrees. Engage a gentle pelvic floor contraction and hold for 5 seconds. 4. Release and reset. Inhale as you straighten back up, releasing the pelvic lift first. Then your posture, shake out any tension. 5. Timing. This full cycle takes just 30 seconds. For added impact, repeat up to 2 more times. 6. Daily habit. Perform once each morning, ideally paired with warm lemon water and optionally during midday breaks. 7. Support with nutrition. Include beetroot, spinach, pomegranate, and omega-3 rich nuts or seeds in your diet to fuel nitric oxide production. 8. Boost with Nitric Boost. Take 1 serving of Nitric Boost alongside your routine to ensure optimal precursor levels and antioxidant protection. By following these 8 points consistently, you're giving your vessels the exact mechanical and biochemical signals they need to clear plaque, regain elasticity, and restore robust blood flow, especially where it matters most. Final challenge. Now here's my challenge to you. Commit to this routine for the next 30 days every morning, 1 30-second session plus your Nitric Boost. If you don't notice warmer extremities, faster recovery, and that unmistakable rush in your intimate moments, drop a comment below with the word "challenge complete," and I'll personally address your questions and help troubleshoot your form. Remember, transformation doesn't happen by accident, it happens by design. You have everything you need: the science-backed technique, a clear daily plan, nutrient support, and a powerful supplement. All that's left is for you to take action. If you're ready to reclaim energy, confidence, and peak performance, start now. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more quick, science-based men's health hacks. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you never miss a 30-second life changer that could transform your health and vitality. See you in the next video. Here's to 30 days of unstoppable circulation and renewed confidence.